peeps, this is Thomas E. Harrington, aka Reaper the Storyteller, and I'm with my boy.
Okay.
And we are back with another SoupBowl Network, LLC.com charitable event. And we do this every single month.
Every month.
So look for it.
Yep.
And it's where we uplift and donate to a local charity or organization.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the one we will be uplifting and donating to today is
Ability Found.
That's right, Ability Found. They are an awesome organization. We're going to go over the website, but basically they help people find their mobility back by getting equipment that they need just to function regularly in their day. And equipment is very expensive, so they help you find low to no income, sometimes no income, equipment. So is there anything you want to add before we get on out of here, Makai?
The only thing I'll add is that sometimes it's not only expensive, but hard to come by. So
That's right.
We'll go
That's
over
right.
all that in the website, which let's get to it.
Let's get to it. And like always, you better let that love and peace be with you.
Don't let them take it away. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day.
All right, and we are back with another SoupBowl Network, LLC.com charitable event. Now, the organization that we are uplifting and donating to is the Ability Found. Now, you can find their website at www.abilityfound.org. They're an awesome organization, so let's get into it. Now, when you come to the Our Cause section, you can find out what they do, who they help, and how it all works. Now, Ability Found is a publicly supported 501c3 charity that provides mobility and other adaptive equipment to people in need. Ability Found specializes in assisting all ages of people with disabilities who do not have the financial means or insurance coverage to obtain the necessary equipment through traditional needs. Now, anybody that has looked for equipment knows how expensive this can be. Now, through their network of partners, Ability Found is able to provide mobility and adaptive equipment to those in need at low and, in some cases, no cost. The only way they can sustain doing this is by the generosity of individuals, probably you listening. Now, they do have an application process which requires the clients to apply through registered professional service providers who have a good working knowledge of the equipment they are recommending. This is very important because if you don't have the right equipment, you can actually do more harm than good in some cases and not give them the mobility that they're seeking. Now, the professional service providers are typically physical, occupational, and speech therapists, but they can also be physicians, nurses, case managers, and government service workers. So you have a wide range of people that can help you in this area. Now, once the application has been submitted, the staff at Ability Found will search for the requested equipment. Any application fees will be proposed to the client for payment. Now, once a project is approved, the equipment is picked up by the professional service provider or the representative at the Ability Found warehouse. Now, the professional service provider will also fit the equipment to the client and train them as necessary in its use, because you also need to know how to use it. When shipping is necessary for the approved equipment, it's also sent to professional service providers for delivery to the client. They also have a testimonial section where you can see how this company has helped others. They have a frequently asked questions section that might be able to help answer some of the questions you have. But if you need more help, you go to the Need Help section, then they give you more detailed information of the wide variety of equipment they provide, such as temporary ramps, vehicle lifts for chairs, vehicle lifts for wheelchairs, hospital beds, specialty mattresses, and so on. They also let you know what equipment they don't provide and what services they do not provide also, such as financial assistance towards home, rent, and mortgages. They also let you know how the process works and how to apply for mobility equipment through Ability Found. They also have a link, so if you need to get a hold of them to ask more questions or to get these services, they have a link below. Now, if you come to the service providers section, then they give you more information on how to apply for the equipment and how the process works to make sure that you get the right equipment. Ability Found requires that applications for mobility and adaptive equipment come through a registered professional service provider on their website, as opposed to coming from the client directly, because they would know more information of the type of equipment that they would need. Now, the professional service provider is typically a physical, occupational, or speech therapist with a good working knowledge of the equipment needed. But professional providers can also be medical vendors, case managers, social workers, nurses, physicians who are interested in donating their expertise. Now, they should also be familiar with the client's specific diagnosis and the environment where the equipment will be used. This is extremely important because even if you get the equipment that you need, if you don't know how to use it, if it's not equipped to handle the environment they're in, then it doesn't really help their mobility needs. They remind you of what equipment they provide, and they also remind you of what equipment they don't provide. Also at the bottom, if you are applying for mobility equipment through Ability Found, they have a link down here if you are representing a client and you need to apply for these services. And they also have a link for the portal that if you already have applied and you already are a member, then you can just log in and apply for new equipment. If you would also like to track the equipment, and they have the frequently asked questions link. And of course, donations are always welcome. Now, Ability Found keeps their fees low as possible to allow people to access equipment that they would not be able to normally afford. To pay for your clients' donations, they have a link that you can click on to go through that process. They also have research fees. Now, research fees goes towards the research necessary to search for inventory and network of charitable partners and to locate and procure the requested equipment. Now, research fees must be paid in full before any equipment is made available to the clients. Now, placement fees goes towards the resources necessary to ready equipment for clients' use. They'll also help you pay for services, parts, and materials and shipping when applicable. The placement fee also must be paid in full before the client is able to receive the equipment. So as you can tell, your donations are very important. They help in multiple different areas, researching, placement, just to make sure that the client gets the exact type of equipment that they need. Now, if you do need to contact them, they do have a link for that also. When you come to the About section, you'll see what inspired the founders to create such an awesome program like this. It's a very personal story about their son, Matthew. It's always awesome to see what inspired people to make such big changes in other people's lives and how they wanted to help others. Now, if you go to the How We Work section, you'll find that Ability Found takes a team approach to help getting people the equipment they need in the shortest time possible, just to make sure that they're able to have the greatest chances to achieve the freedom they desire. Now, this goes into detail about their team members, the patients' responsibilities, the registered service providers' responsibilities, the registered medical equipment vendor and their responsibilities, and Ability Found's responsibilities, because they also have to live up to expectations too, and also other things that you might need to know or find interesting. They also have a section where you can learn more about the board of directors. Some of the directors and the members are actually parents of disabled individuals, or they have worked in places with disabled individuals. You can also go into the IRS authorization, and this is where you can see that they're a 501c3 organization, which also means that your donations are tax deductible, which is always nice. They also have a section where you can see how they manage their funds. You'll get the annual reports. To find out a little bit more about them, they have a news and events section. They also have a recent donation section, which is pretty cool because you can see exactly what people are donating, and you can stay anonymous if you don't want your name in public. And if you want to become a partner with Ability Found, they have an organizational partner section, and this will go into detail about how to become a partner, the history of Ability Found, the equipment placement program, the supportive program, who they serve. They also go into more detail about what they offer when it comes to unique and essential services. All right, and that'll do it for the Ability Found website, where once again you can find them at www.abilityfound.org. So stay with us. We're going to wrap this on up. And like always, you better let this love and peace be with you.
Beautiful, beautiful day. Don't let them take it away. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day.
Hey peeps, this is Thomas E. Harrington, aka Reaper the Storyteller, and I'm with my boy. And we are back with another SoupBowl Network LLC.com charitable event, which we do every single month, so look for it. Helping out our local community organizations and uplifting them so you know where do you get the help. Now, the organization that we are uplifting and donating to today is
Ability Found.
That's right. Awesome organization, as you can tell. Just went over the website, so you know that they do a lot of work of finding the right equipment for the right people, because you find the wrong ones, that's not going to help anybody. So they're a great organization. Do what you can to help. Is there anything else you want to add, Makai, before we get out of here?
I think that's just about it.
So you have a great rest of your day. Look for the next video because it will come your way. And like always, let this love and peace be with you.
Don't let them take it away. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day. So don't let them take it away.